bodies too. Like, listen, I don't really got it like that. You gotta, you gotta, you can't really play me because I don't really have any jumps left. And so sometimes they play over the rookies, not necessarily because they're the better choice. It's just they there's an agreement made that they were going to be able to play for a championship, and if they came to your team, that would have been the case. So I'm not saying that's a big proponent as to why players play. A lot of times they play because you could trust you could trust veterans. It's a crutch a lot of coaches go for, but they need Kessler. They need Kessler just in case someone gets hurt. They don't have many wings, and even though last night playing small really saved them, they they're gonna have to find another way to deploy these guys in the playoffs, and you can't do it without Kessler. You really need that kid. You can't rely on him. He can't be the pivotal point, but we need him. Correct?
Yeah, I think he has to be on the team. So I guess my last question for you is which of these of Johnson, Aldridge, and Blake, which one would you cut?
Um, I think first of all, I don't think Blake or James Johnson is coming back. Uh, or, but I think they're definitely going to be on the playoff roster. Golly, that's a tough one.
Because I almost wonder, like, I tweeted this yesterday, and some people were like, I actually agree with you, and some people were like, no fucking chance, you're an idiot, like all the random normal Twitter crap. But
Right.
like, someone, like I said, like, you know, with the way the Nets play, I'm not sure that like maybe Aldridge is the guy that should be cut. Like I was just like, and he was so good earlier in the year, and he really does help us getting a bucket. But I was just trying to think of like with Drummond as like a big body, like what are the situations where Aldridge is like is useful because he can't play defense and like the way that they play offense, like he doesn't have the pick and roll guy anymore with Harden. So I just don't know what his use is. And I love like I've loved Aldridge as a net, but like
Right.
I just don't like. I'd almost rather have James Johnson to like hard foul like Giannis or something.
No, I don't even know if he's really about that life anymore. But
He might not be.
it's a what Aldridge to defend Aldridge. What Aldridge does do is he he absorbs Giannis a little bit better. He can't footwork wise do anything with Giannis, but he can meet him at the rim, absorb the contact a little bit more because he's a bigger guy. Um, but at the same time, it's like this. These guys aren't the same guys from the middle of the season.
No.
Uh, they're losing the battle of attrition right now because they're older guys. It's just the reality of the situation. Man,
So
that's a tough one. I don't even know who I pick. Like I
so
don't even know how to answer that one.
so we agree though. Like so, I think it seems like I think, and all of Nets fans agree, especially because he's been playing well, but also because of what we saw last playoffs. I think Blake has to make it.
Yeah, Blake has to make it. Blake,
I, Blake is like our guy. He also. I mean, Nash won't play him for I don't really know what reason, but he's not playing. But I do think he's. I think he.
it's
I
it's
think he's
the
got.
it's the lack of ball handlers.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why Blake is not playing is because on the floor at any given point there's not enough people who can handle the ball, and even though Blake could do other things, it's just we don't have anyone who can do it, especially when Dragic is not there. Dragic hasn't been great, but what Dragic does is at least he could get the team into a set. At least he could give Kyrie and KD a rest for bringing the ball up. The only other after Dragic, who else can bring the ball up?
Right. Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
James Johnson
And
is the closest to that we got.
who would have thought me and you and Bam actually were all saying from the start of the year, like I don't know why Nets fans are doing somersaults and kick flips or whatever over the Cam Thomas crap, and like
Right.
the dude that like he's not going to sniff like playoff minutes, especially with when Dragic comes back.
Right. He could be in the wings if someone gets hurt, but people keep saying that he's instant offense. He's instant offense if his offense is working that particular day. It's not working all the time. And the last thing that you need on this team, it's why the Nets offense doesn't look like it's an offense, is because Kyrie is a freelancer, Kevin Durant is a freelancer, Cam Thomas is a freelancer. It's not good one-on-one ISO offense. You need different types of players that allow you to that if you're going to have two that are going to break the offense for good reasons. Again, like I always say that Kyrie doing whatever the fuck he wants is probably a better shot than anything in the system. But when it's not working, you don't have to add another dude who's going to do that too. It doesn't make the team better. You need someone who could actually move the ball and get us into some buckets. Like I'm shocked that we don't have anyone else after Dragic. It's very, very weird how we're put together right now. And again, here we go again. If Ben Simmons is playing, none of this matters because he brings the ball up. He's our point center sometimes.
No, he does it. He literally
solves
does
that problem. All right, man. Anything else?
No, that's all I got.
My dude, he's at Sam LaChow. I'm at Yves Dark Blues. We are at Pod Thorn. We out.
Peace.
Pod Thorn. Pod Thorn. Pod Thorn.